Hello everybody, welcome to the Crow Show, and as I always start out these videos, I'm going to start with pickups. So there's really not much I purchased. I really haven't gone to the store and purchased anything video game related recently, but that didn't stop me from buying stuff on eBay, and I did receive some of that stuff. Last week I think I talked about some of the stuff that I purchased, and actually they came in the mail. So got one package. These were two separate auctions, but by the same person, so I got them together. And Neo Geo AES cartridge for Ninja Combat. This does have everything. It's in really great shape. As I mentioned, I paid a little bit more for this one than I wanted to. I got caught up in the bidding, and I wound up paying like I think $40 altogether for this. That's including the shipping. But yeah, we got the cartridge. It looks in great shape, and then we've got of course the manual still wrapped in the plasticky thing, and then and I was kind of interested in getting this because it was one of those games I thought was cheaper. I thought I could have gotten this cheaper, and it's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and just wanted to get more of those games for the. Another one I kind of interested in getting, and I think it should be cheaper, but it's always more expensive than I want. Is I think it's called Burning Fight. It looks like a really cheap Final Fight knockoff, actually, and I think I should be able to get that game for like $20, but I mean complete in the box too, and it's always more expensive than that when I see it online. And I don't know, maybe the prices I'm thinking of are just off, or maybe the prices of the stuff have actually gone up from a couple of years ago, that when I was originally looking at this stuff. Because here's another one. It's King of the Fighters 95. This was another one, and I mentioned this last week, but I wanted this game because the cat just jumped on my desk. You don't want my iced tea. I swear you don't. Okay, anyway. Anyway, you want to... got him. And I just knocked over a bunch of stuff. But I caught him in midair. You want to be on camera? There you go. Look at... Oh, you don't like that, do you? Okay, you can go. You broke enough stuff. Anyway, now that I've broken everything I had on this table, let's continue. King of the Fighters 95. As I mentioned before, I kind of wanted this one because I had King of the Fighters 94 and King of the Fighters 96, and this is to fill in the gap. I love the King of the Fighters games, but I'm not any good at them because I really haven't had the experience of just playing them a whole lot back in the day like I did with Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter, I could know all the moves for all the characters, but it's a different story with King of the Fighters. I know some of the moves for some of the characters, and I really am not into, like, I really haven't known anybody to play against in those games, so I never really got any good at them. So yeah, we got the cartridge and of course the manual. It comes in one of these plasticky. I think they're I don't know if all Neo Geo boxes are called shock boxes or if it's just these ones. They've got the snap on them, because Neo Geo games come in these two different case types. You got the cheaper ones that just open up like that, and then you've got these other ones that've got the lock. You've got to unlock and open up, which are much nicer. But I think that was just the newer ones. I don't know. I'd keep talking, but I'm sure I'm just saying the wrong stuff. Possibly. This is just from what I've noticed. So, I got those. And also, I got another Nokia N-Gage QD in the mail. Now, you may be wondering, why would I get another one if I already got one a couple weeks ago? The fact of the matter is, that N-Gage that I got didn't work. It would power on, but you'd get, and after some research I found out what was going on. It's called the white screen of death. And it happens with the Nokia N-Gage and some other Nokia phones. And what happens is, it's the way it was designed. If the memory in the phone gets filled up, it starts overwriting some of the system files or something like that. It starts writing in areas of the memory of the phone where it's not supposed to be writing, and it prevents the phone from even booting up. So that's some great design, Nokia. Now, after looking online to find out if there was a way to fix that or not, most of what I saw was old posts saying, "Oh, just take it to you could take it to the Nokia Center and they could reflash the phone." Okay, that's great. I don't know if any Nokia centers are around here, actually. I don't know if there are any more that exist. If anybody knows where I could take a Nokia phone to have it reflashed, let me know. I don't know if I could just take it to any, T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint store, or anything like that, and they can do it, or if I actually have to find some kind of Nokia representative to do that. But there is actually another post I saw online, and it was a schematic for the phone. And apparently, you remove one thing and jumper another thing, and it'll supposedly get the phone to work again. Now, the reason I say supposedly is because the schematic I saw wasn't in English. I'm just guessing that's what you do. There were no fine details or anything. It was just a schematic. And on the one thing, it highlighted and it said kaput, or Cabut. And the other thing said jumper, and I saw some other schematics, and it just said remove this, jumper this. Really got no details more than that. So that may be something I try. But anyway, this one was cheap, and it said it wasn't in the greatest of conditions, but it powered on, and that is true. This thing is really messed up. I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on camera, but like a lot of the buttons are kind of rubbed off. When I got this thing, the rubber was like all messed up. There's some parts on the phone over here where it looks like it's been just dropped on the ground repeatedly and rubbed against asphalt or something. Look at this. The N-gauge thing on the back isn't even... Oh, you know what? That appears a lot better on camera than it does in real life. You can see the black marks over there too. But it did come with a charger, so I got an extra charger for that. What I need to do is find a way, like a manual. I tried to take this apart because it didn't look obvious to me. So I need to find some instructions to take this apart. I could swap the innards and see how that works. Also, the other thing with this thing, here's the slot you would import into the card games. I can only get it to fit halfway. So something's wrong with that, too. I can't get any games to fit in there. But I think I could get a fine-looking and working N-gauge out of what I have. So I just need to sit down and tinker with these things, and I think I could get one fully working. Okay, that's it. That's all I've picked up. Now, what I've been playing recently, of course I've been playing Hot Shots Golf World Invitational, keeping on with the daily international tournament. I think I'm in the 0.6% now. I won't show it to prove it or anything. I had a really, really good round the other day. I was like, out of 1,800 entries, I was number 5. So, yesterday though was pretty bad. I was like pretty bad for me. I was like around the 50% mark everywhere. So that was bad. But I've also popped back in Wipeout, played a little bit of Wipeout. I was playing with my headphones on. That game sounds amazing. It's probably the best sounding Wipeout in the entire series. It's also probably my favorite Wipeout in the entire series. I love the way the vehicles sound in this one. They got these kind of more of just a more awesome sound to these vehicles when you're flying, and you could hear them shifting and changing, and it's just amazing the way that game sounds. Last week I showed off Mario Party 9. We actually played Mario Party 9 that whole day. And the reason for that is there are 2 unlockable characters, and one of them is Shy Guy. And Shy Guy is my wife's favorite video game character. So I decided, and she wasn't feeling too good that day. So, and here is what doesn't make sense at all. In order to unlock characters in Mario Party 9, you have to play the single player mode. What the hell kind of nonsense is this? Where you have to play they force you to play single player in a multiplayer game to unlock stuff. Makes no sense. They did the same damn thing with Fortune Street too. Oh, you want these characters? You want these boards unlocked? You have to play by yourself. What the hell is that kind of crap? Seriously. But she wasn't feeling too good, so I sat there and I played the game for like 4 hours to play through every single board in the single player campaign in order to unlock Shy Guy and Magic Koopa. yeah, Magic Koopa. So we could play them in the multiplayer modes. You know what? Mario Party 9 is completely different than all the other Mario parties, and I'll give them that for nobody can come around and say, "Hey, it's just the same Mario Party game again." No, it's completely different. Everybody travels in the same vehicle. Everybody is at the same spot at the same time. It's not like a typical board game at all. You don't keep going around in a circle. All the boards have a beginning and an end. When you reach the end, the game is over. Completely different than all the other Mario Party games. So, actually, it's not bad. The mini games are really good, too. So, you know what? This may be, I would say, my favorite Mario Party, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the original Mario parties to begin with. I play them, but I didn't like the way that it's all really luck-based. And this Mario Party 9 is pretty much luck-based too, but I think to a lesser extent. You have more control, I think. There is a lot of luck involved, but I didn't feel totally ripped off like I do in the other Mario Party games. I did play some Uncharted 2, played one or more 2 chapters in that. It's a good game, but I'm still failing to see. Maybe I just haven't reached the part yet where I get to the part where everybody says, "Oh, Uncharted 2 is such a much better game than Uncharted 1." Yes, I see the improvements, but at a base level, it's still exactly the same game. I'm solving a puzzle by jumping around places, and then I'm running into guys and I'm shooting them, and killing everybody. That's pretty much how the game is playing out so far. So, I mean, there's a little bit more cinematic stuff here and there, but and there's a little bit more diversity to the puzzles and the the weaponry and the guys you're fighting. It's a fun game, but it's basically still the same thing as Uncharted 1. Story's a bit different, and maybe I just haven't hit something that will make me say, "Oh, this is much, much better than Uncharted 1." I mean, I'm probably not even halfway through the game yet, so who knows? Maybe I've yet to hit that part where I'm saying, "Oh, yeah, Uncharted 2 is much better than Uncharted 1," but we'll see. I've also, that I've been posting the Crow Plays videos of Pinball Hall of Fame, and don't worry if you're sick of those. There's only 3 more left, so so those will be posted Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I can move on to other stuff, which I'll talk about later. But because of that, I just started playing Pinball Hall of Fame again. I've been every so often not popping in my 360. It's always been in there, so I turn on my 360, play some Pinball Hall of Fame. Most specifically, I've been playing Medieval Madness, and the reason I've been doing that, and you'll see this tomorrow if you watch my Medieval Madness video. Oh boy, I did horrendous when I played that. I did so bad that I had to go and practice up on that table. And if you are watching that video and you're seeing how bad I'm doing, just remember this. I did manage to score over 200 million on that table like a couple days ago. So I did get better at it, okay? So man, my nose itches. Anyway, okay. Oh, and actually, and this is where I'm getting at more Crow Plays videos. I filmed 7 more games on Saturday for Crow Plays videos, and I might as well just go over them now. I've edited, and this is in no particular order, and these will be starting next week. I'm thinking maybe 2 a week, because it's actually taking me a little bit longer to edit these. I have always tried to say, I'm going to cut these videos down to no more than around 15 minutes. But you know what? I'm throwing that out the window, and I'm just going to experiment with some longer videos. Now, some of them will still be short, like I did Army of Darkness. That'll be the next one. That'll be next week Monday. I'll post, maybe next week Tuesday, I don't know. Army of Darkness, not Let's Play, but Crow Plays. Then I popped in some Snoopy and the Red Baron. By the way, I kind of like this game. I really do. This is actually not a bad game. Had some good times with that. Snoopy and the Red Baron, less of a good time, but still not too bad. And on the Zonix double card, I had to play some Chuck Norris Super Kicks. I knew the game was bad, but yeah, it's really bad. And then I I plugged in the CDI. Have not played any CDI games in the longest time. Certainly did not ever do a Crow Plays video on a CDI game. So I played the first CDI game I ever got, and that is The Wacky World of Miniature Golf with Eugene Levy. And this game is actually worse than I remember it from playing it a couple of years ago. And this video, this is going to be a long one. This will probably be the longest one. I haven't edited it yet, but I'm estimating it'll be around 50 minutes in length because that's how long it took to play 18 holes of this. And I'm not editing it down. You'll see how bad this game is from start to finish if you choose to suffer 50-minute video. Or you could just, watch a part of it or skip around. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm not forcing you to watch a 50-minute video, And I played some Viewpoint on, you know what? I skipped around. This is not what I wanted to show next. On CDI. I skipped ahead. Mutant Rampage Body Slam. And I actually really like this game. It really does have a lot of flaws. At first it seemed like an awesome game, but then the flaws of the game just started seeping in, and the first level. This is going to be like a 30-minute video because that's how long it took me to play through the first level of the game. So that was quite ridiculous, but this is an awesome game. It's probably my favorite CDI game, and then because I've spoiled it already. I did plug in my Neo Geo CD, did some Neo Geo CD games, and I played Viewpoint, which I only played on the PlayStation before. I could not pass the first level of this. I'd get up to the boss and he'd kill me repeatedly, so I just need more practice today. I just didn't want the video to go on even longer, because I fought the last boss, not the last boss, but the first boss, 4 or 5 times, maybe 3, 4, 5 times. I don't remember, but I could not get past him. He'd always kill me, and excuse me. And I could eventually pass it probably, but I didn't want to make the video any longer. But the music in this is great, and I don't know if it's the CD music that is making it great, or if that's how the original AES cartridge was. And I think the original AES cartridge was as great as that. And finally, played some Puzzle Bobble. And that's like Bust a Move if you're here. And I hate the name Bust a Move. And every time I get the chance to say I hate the name Bust a Move for this game, I always say it. I hate the name Bust a Move for Puzzle Bobble. And I say it in that video too. So, moving on. That was everything I played. PlayStation Plus. Now, I had this when I got the PS3 Slim in November. I got the PlayStation Plus card. I just happened to have that sitting over there with the code for a 30-day membership, and I never used it, but I had to enter that in because it expires at the end of March. So I entered that in, and I might have to keep it for one reason. It has nothing, you do get a discount on downloadable games, and you do get, games for free as long as you have PlayStation Plus. So if I let that expire, those games I downloaded for free, I wouldn't be able to play them anymore, which is kind of a ripoff. But the most awesome thing it lets you do as a PlayStation Plus member, and I don't know why they don't let everybody do this. It makes no sense not to let everybody do this, is it lets you download updates automatically when your PS3 is in standby mode. So, no more jumping in a game, wanting to play a game, and, the game says, oh, you need to update this. Let me update this for 10 minutes and while you sit there and wait for me to update this. It does it when you're not playing the damn machine. And then you turn on the machine and it says, oh, this, and this has been updated. Well, thank you. That's what you should have been doing from the beginning. Why? Why would you wait for me to start playing the game to tell me you need to update it? You should update it when I'm not playing it. Okay. But that is an awesome perk of PlayStation Plus. So I may thinking about it, do a year thing of it when this expires and see how that plays out. I also want to see, because of the Vita, I want to see if there's any deals for Vita games and whatnot. And speaking of, I downloaded a bunch of free PlayStation Plus stuff from PS3. There's PSP games and was there PSP games? I don't remember if there was a PSP game, but there were PS1 games and some other stuff I downloaded, and I hooked up the Vita just to see what I could transfer over, and nothing I downloaded would transfer over. I don't understand this. Why won't you let me transfer over PS1 games over onto the PS Vita? I don't know if I said PSP before, but why won't you let me transfer over some PSP games to PS Vita? Get this sorted out, Sony, so I can try some of the stuff on the Vita. You know, it'd be a bigger perk for the Vita if I could actually play the stuff, like download it and transfer it to the Vita. I don't know what's going on with it. I really don't. It should just be there. That's the one issue I'm having with the Vita, and that is that I download stuff, and it seems like stuff that would be playable on the Vita, and it just won't let me do it. So maybe it's something they'll fix in the future. Maybe they don't ever intend on it being used that way. Who knows? I don't know. It seems like kind of a ripoff, but I'm not too pissed off about it because I've been playing some great games on it. So, and you know, Hot Shots Golf makes me want to play the thing every day. So, as it is, so there's that. And the next thing is there were a lot of tags out like in the last week and even the week before that I wanted to respond to, but I just don't have the time to respond to all these tag videos. I'm going to respond to 2 of them, but instead I'm going to respond to one of them right now, and that's just because I feel kind of have to, and that is Maximum RD's tag, where he says, "What was your first computer?" And I actually still have it here. Actually, it was, I didn't have it for the longest time, and just out of nowhere, my dad mailed it to me. This was in 2010, he mailed it to me. And that is the Atari 400. This is literally the actual computer, physically in my hands. This was my first computer right here, with the touch membrane keyboard, the 4 controller parts, and the little slot that opens up with the I have the basic cartridge in there right now. But this was my first computer, and I think over there I still have he sent the tape deck that I used to load games onto this as well. So, yeah, I mean, this was the first computer. I mean, and that's why I had, and look at this. Still got the dust cover for it. So let's put that on there. Look how slick that looks on a shelf. Atari 400 home computer, right there. But, yeah, that's why I had to do the tag, is because I actually still have, well, not still have, because I haven't had it for many, many, many years, but I have the actual first computer that I ever used. I mean, really, it was the family's computer and whatnot. And then we gave it away to somebody, and it was a friend of ours, and I guess they gave it back, and I didn't even know. Because the computer I thought they had was the Atari 1200 XL. And I thought that was the computer. I know they had that computer, the friends of our family, because that was one of my favorite Atari computers that we had. And I know they had it for a time, and I thought that was the computer I gave back to my dad. But I guess they had this one too, and then they gave that one back to my dad at one point. And then he gave it to me because he wasn't really using it, and it looks nice on my shelf, you know. So yeah, that's Maximum RD's tag. I'll put a link to his video in the description box, not the box. And moving on, this Saturday, March 24th, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., I am going to the Midwest Gaming Classic, and that is at the Sheraton Milwaukee Brookfield Hotel. I have Techromancer 1 to thank for pointing this out to me. He left me a message some time ago to say, hey, if you're, you know, it's this, there's actually 2 of them that he, and I can't remember what the other event was, but I think this Midwest Gaming Classic is the same event that J-Boy Pac-Man went to either last year or the year before, because I think I remember seeing footage from him for that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was that same event. So Milwaukee is about a 2-hour drive away from here, so I haven't been to an video game event, you know, not since, the Pinball Expo in October, but I plan on driving out there and checking it out on Saturday, spending the day, spending some money, having some fun. So let me know. I'm just curious if anybody else was going to be there. Just let me know, leave a comment or something like that. I'll probably be there with my wife. If it wasn't for if she was working that day, I don't know if I'd go. But since she's off that day, we're both going to go. Have some fun. Maybe I'll take some footage too. Who knows? So yeah, and if you're interested in the Midwest Gaming Classic, their website is www.midwestgamingclassic.com. That about wraps things up, except for one thing: the shout out. This YouTuber is going to be the last shout out, not the last shout out, but the last one person that had the draft clock. After him, everybody else I've shouted out has had the draft clock at one time or another. So that is Gaming Night. Gaming Night is actually the person that sent me the draft clock. So thanks for that. But yeah, Gaming Night's got a pretty decent channel. Does a lot of board game videos with him and his friends. Got a lot of video game videos and update videos. And those are pretty much the trifecta of videos that he handles. So, you know, why not check him out? You know, couldn't hurt. He's also got a playlist of his, and I don't think all of these videos are in Television Dude's Giraffe Clock Chronicles video, but he's got a bunch of videos for the Giraffe Clock itself. He had this whole saga where he apparently was killed, but it turned out he really wasn't. It's very surreal, very strange, and very much worth checking out. So check out Gaming Night's channel. And that'll wrap things up for sure this time. See you all next time. Bye.
Oh, sweet information superhighway. What gem bring you me from the far reaches of cyberspace?